Accounting intervention, influence in promoting sustainable development. The concept of this study focuses on the significance of accounting methods and strategies in promoting sustainability by the corporate environment without compromising the future generations. According to the report from OECD in July 2011, due to the effect of technological advances and global integration, strong economic growth occurred over the last century. However, it increases pressures on environmental and social resources and it starts to create uncertainty for future sustainability. Now, businesses had to consider restructuring any fraud and mismanagement that would cause negative effect to sustainable development goals. These issues give rise to the significant relationship of accounting methods towards achieving sustainable development goals. For more justification of the importance of the problem, the researchers have found past research reports and practices. In the CGMA report by Dr. Martin Farrar and Tanya Barman in 2018, they introduced the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals and their 169 associated indicators that have been developed to address the full range of social, environmental, and economic development issues currently facing by the whole world. This report highlighted the value of management accountant in achieving sustainable development goals, which include encouraging businesses to meet SDG requirements through improved innovation capabilities, emphasizing the importance of ethical behavior throughout the value chain, focusing more tightly than ever on best practice and governance and stewardship, driving the formation of strategic partnerships, and helping businesses to base their corporate reports on the six capitals of the integrated reporting: human, social and relationship, intellectual, natural, manufacturing, and financial. The report recommends that accountants should approach SDG's journey in a spirit of determination to help drive opportunity, prosperity, and trust, and ultimately to create a sustainable future for all. In the Philippines, according to the National Economic and Development Authority in April 2017, with the government aiming for sustained economic growth of 7% to 8% in the medium term, there is a need to pay attention to the country's natural resources and how they are used and managed. NEDA have been continuously supporting natural capital accounting or valuation to help Filipinos understand the true economic value of these resources and change the way we regard them. This suggests that the influence of accounting provides a significant contribution in achieving sustainable development goals through providing reliable information, assessing investment risk, and creating integrated reporting and audit standards of sustainability. Most of the businesses rise as the economy experienced undeniably strong growth from the past century. Business plays a vital role in the economic development and wealth of a country, and its success directly affects the world economy. However, various conflicts and issues are occurring in different aspects of this growth, which alarm the availability of resources. According to statistics published by the Small Business Administration in 2019, about 20% of business startups fall in the first year. About half succumb to business failure within 5 years, and by year 10, only about 33% survive. And the reports mark these things to be the cause of such breakdown, which is the poor management, lack of implementation of accurate policies and control, and the lack of proper evaluation and the application of incorrect analysis, which negatively affects the sustainable development goals. Mr. Baker notes that the accountants are going to save the world, and this was supported by the other experts describing that accountants minimize information asymmetry and assess investment risk. They create integrated reporting and integrated audit, provide and test standards of sustainability, accounting, reporting, and auditing within the new business model, emphasizing the essentiality of accounting intervention for the development of the world. Due to that, the researchers are urged to conduct the study to determine and provide evidence of significance of accounting influence towards sustainable development, as we believe that it was an important point to be considered for everyone's dream of success. This study will be very beneficial for the businesses, CPA, and other individuals, and to the government and other organizations. For the businesses, this will be beneficial to their management decision making, improve development plans, make more efficient and effective business process, help save costs and increase profits. For certified public accountants and other individuals, this will give them more opportunities, increase employment demand, give them idea to make innovations and plans in living, improve their capability to cover their expenses. And for governments and other organizations nationwide, this will serve as basis for the need of implementing new laws and standards, help them consider more indicators in participating in the Sustainable Development Goals, and develop more effective projects for more developments of the country. The purpose of this study is to establish the influence of accounting intervention for promoting sustainable development. Specifically, this study aimed to answer the following questions. What is the extent of accounting intervention to business in terms of growth and longevity? What is the extent of accounting for sustainable development in terms of economic, environmental, and social? Is there a significant relationship between accounting intervention and sustainable development? Which among the indicators of accounting intervention significantly influence accounting for sustainable development? This study is anchored with the legitimacy theory, the notion that accounting for sustainable development and the associated management accountant's role in sustainable development is used as a communication mechanism to inform and manipulate the perception of the firm's actions. This study is also connected to the natural step theory. It creates a relationship between roles of accounting intervention to its environment or economical concept in a way that this theory creates some boundaries that are opposing in using its principle for sustainability, which coexist to define the limit of use of each principle that is only beneficial as a way of stepping stone for growth and longevity of the organization and its economy. This study will focus upon this concept. Accounting intervention to business in terms of growth and longevity, and accounting for sustainable development in the field of economic, social, and environmental. The researchers will use descriptive correlational design to describe the level of relationship between accounting intervention to business growth and longevity, and the level of sustainable development in the field of economic, environmental, and social. The research will be conducted in selected provinces, cities, and municipalities of the Davao region. There will be 50 respondents of this study that will be the business individuals or businessmen of the chosen establishments with at least 1 year business experience. The researcher's main research instrument is a survey questionnaire that will be composed of 2 parts. The first part of the survey questionnaire is the extent of accounting intervention in terms of growth and longevity. Then the second part is the extent of accounting for sustainable development in terms of economic, environmental, and social issues. The data gathering procedure of this study starts with creating a draft for survey questionnaire and process it to be validated. Next is to conduct a pilot testing for the reliability test. After passing tests, the researchers will then send letter of consent to conduct the survey to their respondents, and they will proceed to disseminate the survey questionnaire through Google Forms. Lastly, after the participants provided answers in the Google Forms, the system-generated charts will be retrieved checked, tabulated, interpreted, and analyzed. For the data analysis, the treatment that the researchers will use in analyzing the data is correlational analysis to determine whether there is a significant relationship between the two variables in the study, which are accounting intervention and another is promoting sustainable development. To ensure a systematic and objective presentation, analysis, and interpretation of research data, the following statistical tools and techniques will be applied. Mean, standard deviation, person R, and regression. The mean scores will be interpreted using the matrix as follows. Scale 1, which is a very low, means accounting intervention is not manifested. Scale 2, which means low, accounting intervention is rarely manifested. Scale 3 described as a high level, which means accounting intervention is fairly manifested. Scale 4, which is a very high level, which means accounting intervention is always manifested. For the sustainable development, the mean score interpretation is as follows. Scale 1, which means very low, sustainable development is not evident. Scale 2, which described as low, means sustainable development is rarely evident. Scale 3, described as a high, means sustainable development is fairly evident. Scale 4, which described as a very high level, means sustainable development is always evident. Thank you and